There are tons of talented big men that are scheduled to be in this upcoming 2018 NBA draft, such as Marvin Bagley, DeAndre Ayton, Mo Bamba, and Jared Jackson Jr., who were all highly touted high school players coming into college. Mitchell Robinson was once a part of that highly touted big man group, ranking as high as 11th in the ESPN Top 100 in 2017. Considered the number 3 center in the nation behind only DeAndre Ayton and Mo Bamba, he earned this honor by averaging 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 blocks per game during his senior year in high school in Chemedey, Louisiana. Originally signing a letter of intent to the University of Western Kentucky, scouts got to see a lot of what Robinson can bring to college or even the next level when he played against other highly touted upcoming freshmen in the 2017 McDonald's All-American game, tallying 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 block shots. While Robinson has started to take classes at Western Kentucky until late July, Mitchell Robinson packed up all his stuff and went back to his home in Louisiana without telling anyone at Western Kentucky. Many came to speculate that Robinson would leave because Shannon Williams, godfather of Mitchell Robinson, resigned from his assistant coaching position at Western Kentucky during the same time. Shannon Williams was a 6'1" guard that spent 4 years at the University of North Carolina in the 90s, averaging the most in his senior year with the Tar Heels with 16 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds while shooting 48% from the field and 40% from 3, while getting the North Carolina Tar Heels to 2 Final Fours. Williams would get drafted in the second round with the 34th pick by the Chicago Bulls. While Williams would never play for the team he was drafted to, he did play for the Hawks, Sonics, Celtics, Nuggets, Hornets, Magic, and Lakers, but never played in a full 82 games. Williams would go on to play internationally in Europe, Russia, and Barcelona. After his time playing professionally, Williams became the assistant coach of the University of Tulane in 2013, until more recently joining the Western Kentucky coaching staff in 2016. The McDonald's All-American Mitchell Robinson was expected to be a major contributor to the Hilltoppers this season, and his signing was considered a major achievement for head coach Rick Stansbury and the Western Kentucky program, as Robinson would have been the first top 20 recruit to play for the program. Robinson would be free to transfer to any school, but with the NCAA transfer rules, Robinson would have to sit out a year before becoming eligible to play for another team, effectively hurting his draft stock for the 2018 season. Since the one-and-done college rule went into effect in 2006, high school players are forced to be 1 year removed from high school before being eligible for the NBA draft. With this in mind, Robinson opted for his own path to the NBA, and reportedly since leaving the Western Kentucky program, has opted for his own training in Dallas. There is little information as to who he is training with and the type of workouts he is doing, or if he is even playing organized basketball with other pros to improve his game. Other potential 2018 NBA prospects are showing scouts just a glimpse of what they can do during this college basketball season, some even putting up mind-boggling stats during this college basketball season. While many scouts will only see Robinson at the NBA Draft Combine and will have to decide his potential purely from high school tape, this may affect how far Robinson may fall in the draft, as there are potential no-brainer centers or forwards to take over Robinson, such as Marvin Bagley, DeAndre Ayton, Mo Bamba, Brandon McCoy, and Jared Jackson Jr., who are all making a serious impact on their teams in college. While this may be true, Mitchell may be still worth taking a risk on as a project in the late rounds, as late round centers can have just as much potential as the ones taken early in the draft. All-star players like Hassan Whiteside and DeAndre Jordan, who are often considered comparable to Robinson, were picked in the second round of the draft, yet were still able to carve out all-star careers. While both Whiteside and DeAndre Jordan played in college, the NBA is no stranger to big men skipping college and still getting drafted relatively high based upon their high school potential. Thon Maker and Andrew Bynum are just a few examples of big men who skipped the college route and was still able to be drafted fairly high. Andrew Bynum, picked 10th by the Lakers, showed an enormous amount of potential in high school, averaging 22 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game in his senior year. He decided to skip college, and despite injury issues, was still able to make an impact on the league on a championship contending team in the NBA. Thon Maker has become the latest example of big men opting to skip college for the NBA. After spending an additional year of high school at Orangeville Prep Basketball Academy in Canada, Maker would have an impressive NBA combine before he was selected 10th by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2017 NBA Draft. While considered an interesting center project in the draft, Thon Maker's early NBA struggles to make an impact on the team right away may cause many GMs to pause when considering Mitchell Robinson for an NBA career, as red flags waved about Maker also, whether he would be able to quickly adapt his game for the NBA coming straight out of high school. While Mitchell Robinson is more than likely not going in the top 10 of the 2018 draft, purely based upon the potential centers and forwards available in this year's draft, he could still possibly get drafted in the later rounds and still have a better, more successful career than those picked ahead of him. While Bagley and Ayton are seen as clear top 2 big men, Mitchell Robinson could possibly be better than many college centers who put up modest numbers so far in the college basketball season, such as P.J. Washington from Kentucky or Jeremiah Tillman from Missouri. Even without playing a minute of college basketball, teams could regret passing on such a talent as Robinson. As we have seen many times in draft history, great college success doesn't always translate to NBA success. A perfect example of this is in the 2012 draft, when the Sacramento Kings selected Thomas Robinson after his junior breakout season at Kansas, averaging 17 points and 11 rebounds. He spent one season with the Kings before bouncing to 5 different teams before finally settling to play in Europe today. While drafted with the 9th pick was Andre Drummond, who spent just a year at the University of Connecticut, averaging 10 points and 7 rebounds in college, but has become an all-star for the Detroit Pistons so far in his career. As you can see, Mitchell Robinson's career could take many different paths, but most likely a late lottery selection with a ton of potential upside. But what do you think, NBA fans? Leave it in the comment section below. But until then, it's been your boy, Johnny Walker LA, and I'm out. Bow.